Hi, hope all of you are doing well. Today, a little bit about covers, US and some worldwide. So let's get into it. An advertising postcard sent from Yap, Caroline Islands in 1957. At the end of World War II, Yap, Caroline Islands was occupied by the US military, which held it and the rest of the Caroline Islands as the Trust Territory of the Pacific Islands under a United Nations mandate until 1986. Quite an interesting card advertising. So, anyways, and here a nice hotel cover of 1924 from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is an unincorporated territory of the United States. And here a 1916 cover from the US Postal Agency, Shanghai, China. Overprinted stamps were not issued until 1919, suggesting this cover a forerunner but not listed as such. I'm not sure why that is. They should, I feel, have some kind of listing because I'm sure they're not that plentiful. Yeah, how specialized is the actual specialized catalog in this case? I wonder. Anyways, I feel this a rather interesting item. And yeah, the stamp was printed in 1914 and then used in 1916, which is normal. So it should really be, I feel, a forerunner. How do you feel about this? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. U.S. postal card for use in Cuba, printed as such and mailed in 1901. The United States military occupied Cuba in 1898 to 1902. The occupation, following the Spanish-American War, established a U.S. military government in Cuba. This period ended with Cuba gaining independence in 1902. Yeah, and here with the arrows, Cuba, 1 cent de peso, and here Havana, Cuba cancellation. But the actual basic postcard is a regular US issued postal card. Wells Fargo Express covers, another collecting favorite. Wells Fargo started as a bank and express company in 1852 and gradually expanded across the USA and the globe. This 1898 cover with crisp cancels from Wells Fargo Express, Mexico. Very nice item. Uh, you can find these on the internet, uh, but not easy to find nicely canceled ones. Sometimes cancels are not very readable, and also the condition varies quite a bit. So it sometimes takes a little bit of searching to find relatively nice examples. Here another one. This 1887 Wells Fargo cover with a red Virginia and a blue San Francisco cancel. Very nice with the two different colors and also mostly readable. This is oversized postal stationery, and somebody unfortunately had folded it, but otherwise still in pretty decent condition. And here, this 1892 cover from Mexico is definitely my favorite. It's clean, crisp, and well preserved, and the cancellations cannot really be any better than that, or at least not much better. Yeah, it set me back about $40. I think for such a nice piece of postal history, the price was reasonable. A great deal was in the shipping, unfortunately. But nonetheless, here it is. And I'm very happy with this cover. And even the writing, fancy, crisp, clean. Yeah, nice cover. And now we go to Germany. We have three first day covers shown here. And my question to you is which would you choose for the highest catalog value? Well, the question may be a little unfair, but I thought I'd ask it anyways. Number one, number two, or number three? Take a look. Maybe you don't collect Germany, uh, but those that do maybe have some idea. I will wait a few more moments and then I will break it down. Used stamp value and first day cover value. And these will be taken out of the specialized Germany Michelle catalog. That's the only place I can find the information. Okay, here we go. The number one cover. The stamps used catalog $20. The first day cover catalogs $45. I use dollar values because euro and dollar, uh, they vary a little bit, but pretty close to the same. Okay, that's for number one. And the number two cover, stamps used, $25. First day cover, $65. I wonder. Okay, and finally, number three, the stamp used, $3. But the first day cover, $80. So, as first day cover, this is the winner. Yes, sometimes a low value stamp can be a surprise. Yeah, all depends on the usage sometimes and a kind of understanding of the area that you collect. Other countries' first day covers may have similar situations. Unfortunately, I don't have any examples of that. Oh, anyways, this is the winner. Yeah, a low cat value stamp. And here, Germany DDR or German Democratic Republic. This first day cover value is $45. All four first day covers from a show dealer's $1 each box. All the ones I showed you so far. Uh, three German, West German, and then this one from the DDR. And this first day cover was of 25 November 1964. So even a cover like this that normally looks like cheap stamps on there, well, sometimes they are a little surprise. And here a Costa Rica 1942 censored airmail cover. The stamps used value about $4 to $5. The on cover value, I have no information on that. And here one from Honduras, a 1945 censored airmail cover. Interesting franking, consists of a regular issue, an airmail stamp, and a postal tax stamp. Yeah, very colorful, very interesting. This and the previous cover also from a $1 cover box. Also, both of them, the last two, are censored, so that always adds a little bit uh, to the cover. So a $1 price, not a bad deal, I feel. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think that's a pretty darn good deal. So that's it on that. And that's it also for my video. I hope you enjoyed a bit of it, and I thank you so very much for watching. Yeah, as we could see, even first day covers sometimes have surprises. So we must check out all of the covers we have or keep an eye out for possible nice items. Even the modern first day covers can be a good value at times. Wishing all of you good health and good success. My channel, Stamp Space, My Fun Things.